when we lighten hair, we're breaking down melanin molecules. Hair gets its pigment from melanin, and in order to remove pigment from the hair, we have to remove melanin. Melanin is actually part of the structure of the hair, so we need to be careful because the more melanin the hair has, and the more we remove, the more you're removing physical pieces of that hair. But beside that, where does the melanin go? It doesn't just evaporate. When we mix up our lightener with our developer, you'll notice a lot of times lightener it'll get a little bit puffy. It'll get foamy. It fizzes a lot like soda in a bottle. What's happening is the little melanin molecules in the hair, boop, 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 boop. They're all in there giving pigment to your hair. When I mix up my lightener with one of my developers, lightener is an alkaline, which means the cuticle is going to swell, which is good because the little melanin molecules will start to break down and they have to get carried out of the hair somehow. And these little tiny air bubbles will come and try to squeeze out of the cuticle. You can see my little air bubbles here squeezing out of the cuticle. Well, the higher volume developer you use, the bigger those air bubbles are going to be. If you put your lightener under the dryer, and that's a whole nother video, just don't, for now, don't put it under the dryer. It's going to accelerate the process and make the air bubbles that are removing the melanin from the hair even bigger. At some point, those little air bubbles delivering the melanin from the hair are going to get too big to fit through the cuticle. This is where our air bubbles are getting bigger. Maybe we're using 40 volume here, and here's where we're using 40 volume in a dryer. They're going to blow that cuticle out of the water. There's going to be places of the hair that have no cuticle left at all. They'll dry out. They won't hold on to the toner. They will tangle like mad. You're going to remove some of those layers of cuticle, but not all of them. And you're going to end up with hair that at its very best is going to look like this and tangle on the regular. That's bad news. So if we want to keep those little air bubbles small, boop, 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 allow them to squeeze through the cuticle layer so that once we're done, we can kind of put the hair back together, keep it in good condition. We can use 10 or 20 volume in our lightener. 10 will get you just about anywhere 40 will. It just takes a little bit more time. If we're going slower, we're producing smaller air bubbles. Boop, 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 boop. So for me, it's worth the time, especially in the long term with my guests. Slow and low. That's my mantra to keep the hair not looking like this, but looking more like this. Hey guys, thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, you enjoy being nerdy about hair and hearing the occasional dad joke, go ahead and check out another one of my videos. If you want to see them as soon as they come out, go ahead and click subscribe. Feel free to share this video with any of your nerdy friends. I'll see you next time. Thanks.